Know what you drink. Navigating water quality in Kenya. Introduction. Moving to Kenya is an adventure that promises extraordinary wildlife, vibrant culture, and landscapes that few places on Earth can rival. But beneath the excitement of building a new life in East Africa lies a practical reality that demands immediate attention. Water quality. For Americans accustomed to turning on a tap and drinking freely, adjusting to Kenya's water landscape is not merely a matter of convenience. It is a matter of health, safety, and long-term well-being. The state of water in Kenya. Kenya faces significant water quality challenges rooted in infrastructure, geography, and population pressure. According to UNICEF and the WHO, a substantial portion of Kenya's population lacks reliable access to safely managed drinking water, particularly outside major urban centers like Nairobi and Mombasa. Even within cities, water treatment systems can be inconsistent. Aging pipes, irregular municipal supply, and seasonal drought conditions mean that the water reaching a household tap, even in an upscale Nairobi neighborhood, may carry bacteria, parasites, heavy metals, or chemical contaminants that pose no visible warning signs whatsoever. Groundwater, which many rural and peri-urban communities rely on, is often drawn from boreholes that may be located near pit latrines or agricultural land, increasing the risk of fecal and nitrate contamination. Surface water from rivers and lakes, while sometimes used for domestic purposes, is vulnerable to industrial runoff, agricultural chemicals, and raw sewage in certain areas. The Nairobi River, for example, is among the most polluted urban waterways in sub-Saharan Africa. For an expat who does not yet know the local landscape, these risks are largely invisible. Why American expats are particularly vulnerable. Americans arriving in Kenya carry a specific biological disadvantage. Their immune systems have had no exposure to the microbial ecosystem present in Kenyan water sources. Kenyan-born residents who have spent years drinking locally sourced water often develop a degree of immunity or tolerance to endemic microorganisms. A newly arrived American has no such protection. The most common waterborne illnesses expats encounter include travelers' diarrhea, typhoid fever, hepatitis A, giardia, and cryptosporidiosis. These are caused by pathogens, bacteria, viruses, and protozoa that are destroyed in properly treated water but may survive in water that has not been adequately purified or that has been recontaminated after treatment. Some of these illnesses are merely debilitating. Others, if untreated, can be life-threatening. Children and elderly expats face even greater risk, as their immune responses are less equipped to manage acute infection. Beyond pathogens, chemical contamination is a growing concern. Fluoride occurs naturally at high levels in Kenya's Rift Valley region and has been linked to dental and skeletal fluorosis with prolonged consumption. Lead contamination can leach from older plumbing systems in Nairobi's colonial-era housing stock. Nitrate runoff from Kenya's fertile agricultural highlands can affect water tables in surrounding communities. An American expat who unknowingly drinks from these sources over months or years may develop health problems that are difficult to trace back to their source. Practical steps for ensuring safe water. The good news is that high-quality water is entirely achievable in Kenya with the right approach. Expats living in Nairobi and other urban centers have access to multiple reliable solutions. Bottled water from reputable brands, such as Aquamist, Keringet, or Dasani, is widely available in supermarkets and is generally safe for consumption, though it generates significant plastic waste and can become expensive over time. When purchasing bottled water, expats should verify the seal is intact, as counterfeit or refilled bottles do occasionally circulate in informal markets. Water filtration systems offer a more sustainable long-term solution. Reverse osmosis (RO) systems, which are available through companies operating in Nairobi, remove the vast majority of bacteria, viruses, heavy metals, and dissolved solids. A countertop or under-sink RO unit typically costs between $100 and $400 and can serve a household reliably for years with proper maintenance. Ceramic and activated carbon filters are also available at lower price points, though they are not effective against viruses without an additional UV purification step. UV purification devices such as Steripen are particularly useful when traveling upcountry or to areas where filtered water is unavailable. A UV light device kills pathogens by disrupting their DNA, rendering the water microbiologically safe within minutes. Expats who travel frequently for work or leisure should carry one routinely. Boiling remains the most universally accessible and effective method of making water safe to drink. Bringing water to a rolling boil for at least 1 minute eliminates virtually all biological threats. While this does not remove chemical contaminants, it is a practical emergency measure and is still used widely in Kenyan households. The broader context: water as a daily lifestyle consideration. For American expats, adjusting to water consciousness extends beyond what comes out of the tap. It includes being mindful about ice in drinks at restaurants. Is it made from purified water? Fresh salads and fruits washed in tap water, brushing teeth with tap water, and swimming in natural bodies of water. Many expats adopt a simple rule in their first year: if in doubt, don't. Over time and with local knowledge, navigating these decisions becomes second nature. It is also worth noting that Kenya has a growing and sophisticated bottled and filtered water industry. Many high-end restaurants, hotels, and expat-oriented establishments use commercial filtration systems and are perfectly safe for consumption. Building relationships with neighbors and fellow expats, particularly those who have lived in Kenya for several years, provides invaluable practical guidance about trusted local sources. Conclusion: water is the foundation of health, and in Kenya, managing water quality is one of the most important investments an American expat can make. The risks are real, but they are also manageable. With a modest combination of awareness, appropriate filtration, and sensible habits, expats can thrive in Kenya while protecting themselves from the invisible hazards that contaminated water presents. Kenya is an extraordinary country to call home, and staying healthy enough to enjoy it fully begins with the simplest act of all: knowing what you drink.